So this is the ideal rural wood stove. There is a constant supply of hot water while cooking. Boil water for cooking. Not only the firepower is fast cooking, and it comes with an oven. Using more than one stove makes cooking easy and convenient. It's also very simple to make. First, a frame is laid out on the ground with red brick and yellow mud, and fill the frame with bricks to form a wood stove floor. Then press an exit door on one side. Continue to build up the wall structure. The yellow mud used here is a mixture of fine sand and cement. It improves its high temperature resistance while retaining its viscosity. Thus, the wood stove can be durable in later use. When the wall is laid to a certain height, inside, a burning inner wall is shielded with black bricks. 2 notches are made at the top to place the ash drop baffle. The empty space next to it is filled with soil. After tamping down the soil, a layer of blue bricks is laid to form a hole with the inner wall of the combustion. Then the red bricks continue to build up the outer wall of the wood stove. In the process of masonry, it is necessary to press a wood inlet above the ash exit door. On the side is a box housing an oven, and attach a fireproof cotton to the oven for protection. You can see a gap between the oven and the back wall. This gap is the reserved smoke passage. At this point the exterior wall has reached the required height. The inner wall also needs to be continued with black bricks, until the masonry reaches the height of the outer wall. I have to say it's pretty masterful. The master got a good job with his skills. Then a red brick structure was built on one side of the oven to create a smoke outlet. The structure is divided into 2 floors. The next floor is lined with tile as a workbench. Next, line the edge of the stove with a circle of ceramic tiles for decoration, and in the inner wall of a circle padded with a layer of fireproof cotton. At the same time, it is covered with an iron plate to conduct heat. The main structure of this wood stove is completed. The specific size is shown in the figure. Double-click to save if needed. Now there is one last important piece of the puzzle to finish the wood-fired stove. It's a chimney with a water tank made of steel pipe. Start by making 2 iron rings, and drill connecting holes in iron rings and large steel pipes. Then the 2 iron rings are welded to the large and small steel pipes. They are then fitted together and welded together to form a chimney tank. The function of 3 holes. It is used to weld the water outlet switch, water inlet interface and exhaust valve respectively, all welded and fixed. It can be connected and installed on the flue. Connect the water pipe to the water inlet port, and install the exhaust valve. After opening the faucet, the water was tested smoothly. At this point, the wood stove is complete. Now we can fire it up and test it. After ignition, you can find that the fire is still quite fierce. Use it to cook and make soup. You can also bake food in the oven. Not only the appearance is simple and generous, and it's easy to make, it is also very convenient and practical in winter when hot water is needed. So for this multifunctional wood stove, how would you rate it? It was a real eye-opener. There is such a special way of putting bricks. The owner was shocked when he saw it. And the workers are not cheap. A 50-square room alone costs $8,000. Scared the homeowner back off. But when it came to the finished product, the bosses were shocked by what they saw. And he gave the workers an extra $1,000. First, spread the cement sand evenly throughout the room. Then use the tool to give a full angle of pressure treatment. Then check it carefully with the tools. The surface protruding excess part can be scraped off. See here, the teachers were really surprised. The boss saves money on materials, pulling back a truck full of scrap tile that someone threw away. But this is a small problem for teachers with decades of experience. They had already imagined it in their minds. The design of these scrap tiles, since it's an unusually creative production, I'm sure masters don't follow the usual path. Soon there are various patterns carved out on the ground. Then the master began to paste the bricks from the door. Then follow the edges of the shape. The pendulum forms the entire outer ring. Where there's a big gap, you can make up for it in small pieces. Then fill it with different colored patterns. It seems that the bricklayers are skilled enough. It took less than half a day to finish the whole ground. Next is ready to pour the mixed cement slurry. Just pour it all over the floor. I won't go into details here. Then use collodion to drag next to the floor sequence. Give it a thorough massage without any dead ends. Then we'll do a good job with the board. That's how you get cement mortar into every tile. Then we're going to mix some white cement. Just do it the same way again. The surface is then given to each tile slit. Make a nice seam. How does it feel? Is not very smooth and beautiful. Like friends can click like collection. Share different creative gizmos every day. This is the most creative chicken coop I've ever seen. Each chicken has its own little room. It's like a little cottage. Not only clean and hygienic, chickens also lay more nutritious eggs. I would like to share with you the process of making it. First we prepare a large old plastic pipe. With a marker, draw circles along the circular cardboard. The diameter of the board is 30 centimeters. Draw one every 2 centimeters. Wear gloves when operating. Then use an electric drill to drill holes in turn. Use the cutter to cut according to the marked position. Cut out a circle like this. Then sand the edges and corners. Scratch prevention. Then a round board is stuck in the plastic tube. This is done to separate the individual rooms of the coop. Let the chicks have their own independent space. Then glue all the way around the round board. Cover both sides with glue. Increase stability. Then install wooden planks at both ends of the plastic pipe. Gain height. Screw in. Then get some sponges and stuff them in between the plastic pipes. Remove any excess sponge with a blade. So we have our prototype coop. Finally, prepare some weeds to put in the separate chicken coop. Hands smooth, so the hens can live in it more comfortably. We can see that the hens are also very happy when they lay their eggs. Not only clean and hygienic, the separate space of the coop can give the hens a sense of security. The eggs laid are more nutritious. Are you tempted? Have favorite likes and follows. Share more interesting inventions every day.